Let's get back to accounting. You know what? We're going to knock out the fourth corner of the state.
All right, so we got Cherokee done. We got Wyandotte done. We got Cheyenne done, which means for today we're going to be talking about Morton County. Named after Oliver Hazard Perry Throckmorton.
That is his full name. Oliver Hazard Perry Throckmorton. He went by Oliver P. Morton, but I really like the fact that he was Oliver Hazard Perry Throckmorton. Good God, that's a mouthful.
So, Oliver P. Morton is going to become involved in politics in about the 1840s.
Morton's first political office is that of a circuit judge. He is involved in Democratic politics, where he is an anti-slavery Democrat. Yes, during that time period, there were Democrats who were pro-slavery and anti-slavery. One of the things that we tend to forget is that there was no solid party that was against slavery and no solid party for slavery, really prior to the Free Soil Party and the Republican Party being established for those specific purposes. He is going to be forced to take a side. He can either join with the Democratic Party, who is pushing the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which is going to repeal the Missouri Compromise, or he can leave and join a new party. As an up-and-coming member of the newly formed Republican Party, he is going to be working with former know-nothing James S. Lane. Not the same James Lane that's in Kansas, different James Lane from Indiana. They're different. The Republicans decide that they're going to put James F. Lane as the candidate for governor, and they're going to put Oliver Morton as the lieutenant governor. They also came to a gentleman's agreement, and it was agreed that with the Republican legislature that would be in place in Indiana, if Lane were to win, Lane would then be nominated to fill the U.S. Senate seat that was open for Indiana, and then Morton would take over and become governor, which is what happens. So kind of a corrupt bargain deal there thing going on. Morton is going to be one of Lincoln's war governors, which means he is going to do everything he can to support Abraham Lincoln. He's also going to be later known as one of the radical Republicans in the Senate. While he's governor of Indiana, the Democratic Party manages to take control, and he fights against them unconstitutionally in many cases. He keeps the government afloat of Indiana by taking out personal loans and getting federal money from the government to circumvent the Democratic-led Congress of Indiana. And he also uses the militia to put down any uprisings that the Democrats tried to put in. He's later going to be named to a U.S. Senate seat where he becomes, again, one of the leading members of the radical Republican wing of the party and pushes for radical Reconstruction. Unfortunately, he has a stroke. While that somewhat limits him, it does not stop him from fully serving in the Senate. But in 1876, he suffers another stroke and then sadly dies a year later. So, Morton County, we now have all four corners covered, and we're getting closer. I promise. Someday we're going to finish this map.